Hello there and welcome back to Trinity Stamps. Today we are taking a look at our sneak peek for day 2 of our August release, which will hit the shop on August 10th. Today we're going to look at all things fall and leaves related. So first up, let's take a look at a brand new stamp set. This is a 6x8 stamp set with 4 gorgeous large tree images. There are coordinating dies to die cut out every single stamp in this set, but there's also a bunch of little pieces in this set that are leaves that can be stamped onto the tree. They can also be fallen leaves. There's mushrooms in the set and a little bird, and then there's a good sentiment wishing you a beautiful season, and even a piece that can be stamped as the ground or the fallen leaves. And again, a die to cut out everything in this set. So let's take a look at these trees stamped out. Here I've stamped 3 on a 5x7 piece of cardstock just so you can get an idea of the kind of size of each of those images. And here's the smallest tree not stamped on the paper, die cut out, so you can see it's just over 2 inches. And the sentiment cuts out as one large piece. And then all the little things cut out individually. Next up, we have a brand new Simply Sentimental set, the Simply Sentimental Thankful. You can see here we have all of our favorite fonts that you can stamp these words in and die cut them out. You've got great supporting sentiments that can be used for fall and for Thanksgiving, but also anytime that you're thankful for something. So thankful for your business, your friendship, your generosity, your service, so many great things that you can pair with it. And again, we've got the dies to cut out the words, but those dies also act as a shadow layer if you want to die cut out your words. So this die set is completely 100% standalone, or you can use it in coordination with the stamp set. So it's really cool how it works that way, and I'll show you a little bit of that. So I've stamped out the word thankful. I'm taking the die and cutting that out so you can see how nicely it cuts around that word. So good, right? And then we're going to take a look at the die cut from black paper, and then I'll take the word die itself. I'm going to die cut that from white cardstock, and I'll add those to that shadow layer. Now, what I decided to do was take some of our rip and stick paper and add that to the back of my white cardstock. That'll make each of those letters have a sticky back, and then they're really super easy to add to that die cut, just like that. Also, if you have those little pieces where the paper pushes through the die, you can use our burnishing tool. It's made out of Teflon, and just burnish those back down, and it's like it never happened. So cool. All right, next up we have a new stamp set called Sketchy Florals, and it is such a beautiful hand-drawn image that almost lends itself to watercoloring, but you can also do no-line coloring, Copic coloring with this. It's so gorgeous, and the die that cuts it out is going to die cut all around the edge, plus cut out a few little openings in and around the flowers. Now there is a sentiment thank you in there that can be die cut out with individual dies, so you can arrange that word however you want, and then you brighten my day as a sub-sentiment. So there you can see the image stamped and cut out, and how it's just over 3 inches tall and about 2.5 inches wide. Such beautiful florals on there, and then the sentiment stamped out is very nice and scripty, that you can make an elegant card or a bright and cute card, however you want to do it. And there's a few samples from our design team. Next we have Little Leaves. Now this is a giant stamp set. It's 4x6 and has 29 images in this stamp set. You can see all the different sizes and shapes of leaves. They would be great for making backgrounds or borders or wreaths. And there you see the die set. Yes, that die set will cut out every single image in this stamp set. So here I'm showing you the stamp set stamped on white cardstock with black ink, but also in colored ink on colored cardstock, because that's a really fun and quick and easy way to use these leaves as well. So let's see how the dies work. They do cut around the leaves really nicely. It doesn't leave you a huge white border, which I love, and you can see how cute it even does a little detail around the edge of the leaves. So this is going to be a fun stamp set you can probably use with things that you have, or pair it with just a sentiment like this, thankful. All right, if you love leaves, you're going to love Fabulous Foliage. This is a combination set, a 6x6 stamp set with stencils. So let's take a look at this stamp set. So the stamp itself has the veins of the leaves, and then the stencils are going to give you the greenery, the the leafy part. Yeah, there are 4 different stencils in this set. You can see them here. So you can do different shades of color, or you can do all different colors. So let's stamp this out with a brown ink and then add some ink to the leaves with the stencil so you can see exactly how this looks and how it works. So I stamped it out here with some brown ink on a 6x6 piece of paper. You can see I have a little bit of a border all the way around. And then we're going to stencil it. So first I did yellow in 2 different shades, some orange, some green, and I finished it up with some red. And I think it is a gorgeous background stamp. Easy to add the color to this, and it is going to make for some great fall cards. You could cut this into pieces and use them as little strips on a card. Really fun. And both of them fit nicely together in our 6x6 sleeve. If you didn't know about Trinity Stamp's storage system, we have those in lots of different sizes, those pouches. Here you can see this card done in winter colors. I love that. And here in more regal colors. It's a really cool stamp and stencil combination. And speaking of stamp and stencil combinations, there is the foliage layer stencil set that goes with our trees I showed you at the very beginning of this video. And this is going to allow you to add ink and different colors to those trees, and I'm going to show you this in action as well. There are 5 stencils in the set. They are all 6x9, so it can fit in each and every tree that you can add 5 different layers to. So remember the trees that I stamped on the 5x7 piece of paper. I'm going to do all of these trees with all 5 layers of the stencil, and I'll use a different color each time just so you can see how it really fills it out and builds in those leaves, but it still gives them a fall look. Now, of course, these trees can be used by themselves, and they kind of have a little Halloween look, so it's a very versatile stamp set in that way, and they would look great for winter as bare trees, maybe stamped in blue, and you could use this stencil with some pinks and greens and make a leafy tree with flowers for spring. So don't limit yourself to just fall on that one. Next, we have our Simple Daisy Bunch stencil. This is a standalone stencil set. There are 2 pieces. One does the leaves and one does the flowers and the center of the flowers. You also have the fallout pieces that you can use for masking if you want to add something to this, and these line up very easily because there are some etched lines in the stencils themselves, and these are both 6x6 stencils. It does fit nicely on an A2 size card front, which I'm showing you here. That's A2 size, and next we'll just line up the flowers with the leaves. On the stencil you can see the flowers, and I really like to do that little zigzaggy part under the half bloom. That is how I was able to most easily line this up. So there you can see what it looks like with the flowers and the leaves, but there's one more step. There is the center of the flowers, and that is found on the flower stencil, and you can add those in with a different color to really make the flowers pop. And of course, lots of fun techniques you could do with this, and I think it is a gorgeous set, very quick and easy to make a card. You could just add a sentiment to this and it's ready to go. Gorgeous, right? I love these cards by the design team. It just shows you how easy you could put a card together for somebody that is also gorgeous at the same time. All right, next we are looking at something so brand new and very exciting from the Trinity Stamps shop. It is not a stamp set, it's not a die set, but it is a tool that you are going to love, especially if you like to brainstorm ideas, if you watch YouTube videos to be inspired, if you do card sketches. This little book is going to be your new favorite thing. We're going to show you the whole entire thing in a full-length video on release date, which is August 10th. So mark your calendars and come back for that because I know you're going to love it. I'll see you then. Happy stamping. Bye.